Okay, what's up guys? This is going to be the second part of the rocker panel that I started the other day on the Escort. This is just going to be basically a little bit of quick sanding, kind of to knock down the big chunks and stuff, and maybe hit it with the sanding block on like the parts you're actually going to see a little more. But underneath, it's not going to be that big of a deal, not to me anyways. I'm probably not even going to paint the underneath all the way. I'll probably just end up putting some rubberized undercoating on it, and that'll be good enough for me, as long as it's not going to rust back through real bad and it's protected down there. But like toward the side of the rocker panel, toward the side that you're actually going to see, as you can see, there's a little bit of the primer that you can actually see there really well, and that's what you're going to see more of, and that's going to be what I smooth out a little bit more, but way underneath it where you can't really see it, I'm not really going to bother with it that much. But anyways, I'm gonna get to it here, and I'm gonna do this. It's gonna be kind of quick. If I actually have to, I might use a little bit of glazing putty and glaze it a little bit, but we'll kind of see where we stand after we get all the big stuff knocked down, and I really think it's gonna look fine, because not a lot of people look down that far anyways. And like I had said, I just wanted it to be more solid, so that if later on I decide to put a body kit on it, it'll have something more solid to hold on to with the body kit. So anyways, it's just to make it a little bit more solid. It doesn't have to be the most pretty thing in the world, but it has to look decent. So we're gonna get to that here in just a second, and you guys can see that little bit of process. There's not going to be much to it. Basically, I'm going to sand it with like some 120 real quick, and then I'm going to hit it with the sanding block with probably some 220, and then that'll be probably about it for that for now. And then more than likely, I'm probably not even going to really primer it. I'm probably just going to shoot it with my rubberized undercoating, and then we'll call that good for underneath. Now the side I'll have to re-primer, I would say, and I actually do have some paint. It's the paint I painted the fender with, and I may end up doing that real quick after I get it all smoothed out and stuff. I may just go ahead and shoot it with a coat of that real quick after it gets all dried and stuff, of course, and kind of blend it a little bit and see if that doesn't look okay. But well, anyways, we'll go ahead and we'll get to that. I'm going to start off with the 120 here, and then we're going to work our way down from there. I figure 120 should be just fine to knock the big stuff off with. Give it one more coat of body filler, and we'll see how that does after I get that on. So it'll just be like a real thin coat. Take a couple little pats. Like I say, it's not going to be a really big batch here. This is just going to be kind of a thin layer to kind of help finish up basically the outer edge. Is all I'm really wanting to accomplish with this. When you first get this stuff, you know, you really kind of knead this a little bit, and sometimes if it sits for a little while, you want to go ahead and knead it as well. So it dries a little bit faster. I'm just adding a little extra. It'll actually harden a little faster the more hardener you actually use with it. And I usually use, you know, the tip of the screwdriver to knock the can back closed with, to close it really well. So anyways, you mix this stuff up until it turns kind of a pinkish color, so, and then you're ready to spread it. But like I said, I put a little extra hardener in it, so it's going to harden up a little faster. It'll probably take about 20-30 minutes to get hardened up good enough. I can use the sander with it anyway. So anyways, we're gonna let that sit, and I'm gonna find something else to do in the meantime. Okay. So I think I'll get some of my spot filler and fill in here a little bitty bit to fill this in. We're gonna let that sit for a little while, and then we'll get back to it. We'll hit it with some 320, and then we'll shoot some primer on it, and hopefully we'll get it painted tonight. Just kind of lightly sand it in these spots where I put the filler on it, and that should be good. It should be. Anyways, we'll go through. Really fun. Sand it again, and corner. guys, that's going to be it for this video, and I'm going to have to fix those runs. I know they're awful, but I had my paint mixed way too thin. I was putting it on in real thin coats on the speaker box that I had done, so it'll be okay. I'll be able to fix them, or at least fix them good enough for me anyways. But actually how you do that is you wait until it gets cured up a little bit, you wet sand it, and you can either shoot it with another coat or two, or you can hopefully, you won't have to reshoot it, you can just wet sand it and it'll come out okay, and then you can just clear it. So I mean, it's kind of going to be up to however you want to deal with the situation, but I'm probably going to do the latter of the two. I'm probably just going to wet sand it until it's smooth, and then shoot it with another coat, so that, you know, it looks a little better, because there'll still be clear coating that'll need to be done anyways. I think I may end up starting on some of the airbrushing again on this side pretty soon, because I have that finished. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. Feel free to subscribe, and I hope you have a spectacular day or night, whichever one it is for you.